Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome. The alleged secret of the white bed, why they keep appearing to the Ooni of Ife each time there is perceived danger with Queen Naomi and Tadenikawo. They said this is something that has been orchestrated by the gods. So, keep Ooni of Ife alert of any impending danger that may really cause havoc between Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi, or in the life of Queen Naomi and Tadenikawo. But unfortunately, Ooni of Ife never understood why he kept seeing the white bed. Now, when that revelation was made, they said Kabiyesi just left quietly from where the diviners, he was sitting on the chair, and the other elders were seated behind him, by his side. The father was there, and the diviners were seated in front of him, like they formed a circle, and Yanifa was at the middle of the circle. And now they were trying to touch every part of what has been happening in the life of Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi, which Ooni did not realize. Now, there is something that has been happening. Each time there's going to be a problem between Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi, or any problem that will have to do with even Tadenikawo, they said that there is this white beds that used to come. That there used to come 3 white beds used to visit the Ooni of Ife. Now, Ooni of Ife saw, from what he said by himself, the diviners, Yanifas, made mention of some of these events that has happened in the life of Ooni of Ife, and Ooni of Ife used his mouth to confirm them. Now, there was something that happened years back in the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Ooni had traveled to the United States of America, and Naomi had a program. I think they were having crusade in their church, and it was a 3-day crusade, and there was Tadenikawo there with them. Now, when they got back after 3 days, they said the next day they got back, they finished their prayers at the rare hour of the morning, and they rolled back to the palace of the Ooni of Ife. Upon reaching the palace, the chamber, the Yeye Oluwa suite was locked. As in locked, they could not. I don't know if you have heard this story before, how Naomi's key could not open the Yeye Oluwa suite. The mother's key could not open it. Someone had gone to change the keys deliberately. And Olori Naomi called the husband that night, and the husband was mad. Who could have done that? Who did that? All of that. And the husband was trying to make calls to the palace to find out what happened. By the time the husband was trying to make those calls, Ebony had already called the husband, telling the husband that maybe the keys jammed and nobody changed it and all of that. And at the end of the day, they were able to fix that problem, but that problem caused a whole lot of trouble between Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi, because it was looking as though Ooni of Ife was believing Ebony over Queen Naomi. Basically, Ebony wanted to cause that problem, wanted to start a problem. That was how one of their major problems started. Now, while in the US, Ooni of Ife had seen 3 beds, white beds, but he didn't know the meaning of it, because white in the Ife, in Ifa, represents, purity. It represents divinity. Now, because they were seeing the 3 white bed, every time Ooni of Ife had seen the 3 white bed, Ooni interpreted it to be something great, that he's going to see something great and all of that. But the 3 white beds are always coming to signal trouble or signal something to the Ooni of Ife, be on alert, something supposed, so, people are ganging up against your wife and all of that. That's usually the reason, but Kabiyesi did not know it. Now, Kabiyesi had made an effort to, get diviners here in Nigeria to interpret that situation to him, what it meant. They now said that each time he sees that, he should know that, the elements of the earth are in harmony with him. They love what he is doing. They love him. In fact, each time he sees that, it is something that is great. That is what they told him. They didn't tell him that that was a signal to be on alert and protect that which is his. Now that happened. Kabiyesi also 5 days before Olori Naomi moved her things out of the palace, the very day that Ooni of Ife gifted Naomi her Christmas gift, you know that on that very day, they said soon as they picked the basket, the hamper to Olori Naomi, Ooni said those birds came. But he also thought it was for good. He didn't know that they were signaling him. A week before the Ibadan Stampede happened, he was right there in the royal mansion. This time, they said he was sitting outside with Olori Naomi herself. They were, in their sit out outside. He said he saw those 3 white birds. So usually he sees the birds, but people outside, if you're sitting with him or if you were sitting with him, you will not see anything. You will not see these birds, but he sees the bird. The 3 white birds, according to him, those 3 white birds were there. They visited. They were there. He saw them. But the reason why he would not stand up and do anything was because he had always seen their visit as something good and not a signal to an impending danger, because they never told him that those birds were coming to give him a signal to an impending danger that he has all the capacity of averting. If I say you have the ancient sword, each time you see those birds, go pick the ancient sword, find out what is happening. Speak words. If it is not natural, if it is natural, there might not be much that you can do about it. But if it is something somebody is pushing, something that somebody is trying to use to hurt you or hurt your family, speak to the ancient sword and it will be averted. That the white bird is a signal. They always come to let you know what people are plotting against her, the things that are happening against her. Yanifa said, if you had listened, if you had known, all of this confusion wouldn't have happened, because there is no way you would have been married to all of these women, because you would have known at every given point in time what is about to happen between your relationship and Olori Naomi. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, speculated, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be, seen as fact.